remember specific things said by your teachers, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 instances. You don't remember different things that people said to you. You don't remember all the things that you learned because it's been ingrained into your memory. But the one thing I guarantee you do remember is how your first grade or kindergarten teacher made you feel. You remember whether or not you liked her or him. You remember whether or not you liked the classmates. You remember whether or not you liked the person you sat next to. And that is one of the things that I have learned from my 13 years going to school, is that, actually, Maya Angelou says it better than I could. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And that, I think, is the truth.
Hello, Anchorage School staff. Welcome back to school. I'm Jennifer Buffett, co-chair of the Novo Foundation in New York. We work to create a world based on partnership and collaboration, as we know that in order to get there, our education system and our schools need to value and practice the skills and the abilities that social and emotional learning brings. You already know this, that evidence-based SEL in schools K through 12 improves everything. So together with CASEL and our partners, we're launching a nationwide initiative to make social and emotional learning an integral part of every child's education experience. Thank you, Anchorage, Alaska, for being a leader in this for 2 decades and for showing the way to others. I look so forward to seeing you in Anchorage. Let's bring other philanthropists, supporters, and leaders to the table to support SEL nationwide. Have a terrific new school year, everybody.
I'm here today to say how important it is that this school district has chosen to invest its future in social and emotional learning, in balancing the message that young people receive around the issues of citizenship, engagement, personal fulfillment, and meaning. It's a district that has said for our children to learn, to be productive, to be full citizens of this city and state, they need not only to learn about reading and math, about science and social studies, they need to learn about themselves. They need to have their emotions turned on so their brains can be turned on. They need to have their relationships be strong so their sense of purpose can be strong. They need to know that they fit in a social community so they will know that they will fit in the future that they alone can build. The work of CASEL, of social and emotional learning, of promoting it, has been my passion for over 30 years. I saw it first when I was just a young teacher, and I recognized that so many of my students wanted to have their hearts engaged, not just their minds. So many of my students were interested in big questions, not just in tests. So many of my students were hungering for a sense of where they belonged, not just for what their score was at the end of a marking period. A light went off. The head and the heart go together. The mind and the passions of life can be brought together. All these things can be done in schools in ways that reduce problems, promote good things for all people, and most importantly, result in good learning, good community building, and a good sense of purpose. Cheers for Anchorage. Continue to invest in the social and emotional life of your children, and you will see not just great academic results, but great human results for everyone.
I think the most helpful would be consistent messaging from you, Mr. Secretary, as how important this work is as we're talking about increasing test scores, increasing academic achievement, and why that if we do this work, it's going to increase student achievement in safe and healthy schools. I don't think we hear enough of that. And each school is now developing plans every year that really embrace the social emotional learning standards and benchmarks along with culturally responsive standards. Because as we all grapple with the increasing diversity, and as we know that the parents are critical, and how we help our teachers engage parents, not just the students, but the parents, so that there's a true partnership. We've done a lot with our professional development with our teachers, trying to help them break down barriers to build relationships so that they can get at the academics. We've used a lot of the music and the art and the non-tested subjects, if you will, as vehicles for getting at this, particularly at the middle schools and high school levels, and we're seeing great success.
The legacy you leave behind will not be defined by the number of surgeries you completed or court cases you won, or calculus equations you solved, but by who you are and who you have been to others. The waves of time slowly wash away your achievements, but who you are and who you have been to those around you are like rocks to the tide and remain in memory forever.
What is the instrument that you'll play in the symphony of humanity? The challenge for our generation, if we choose to accept it, is to seek out ways to understand others and help others and connect with others.
Follow the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Remember that people will always remember how you made them feel. And continue your education. If you do these things, then I have no doubt you will become successful and productive and happy in whatever it is you do. And I look forward to reading about your endeavors in the newspaper and really more on Facebook.